need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play. On third down, Jonathan Stewart. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first. I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Goff now on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for gone. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go, Salad. Like 20. Good. Orange, orange. We're good.
To throw on second down is gone. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Listen.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And an alley to run. Touchdown, L.A. Kerwin Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down, Newton. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Herndon with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. 180. Hey, get right down. Get right there. Get right there.
Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break the tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here come the Lions now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
That's it. 180.
Throwing again. Newton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, hey. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Great, great, great.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Out of the gun. Gone. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. There he goes inside the 30. And he cuts it out. Touchdown, L.A. Kerwin Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's it, ready? Right to the 3.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. Open man left side is Wallace complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
180. Hey, 76. 76.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Rams on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
180.
From the 50, it's gone. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. But I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Over the middle, complete. It's Wallace. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the give. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Rams have got it back. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense Dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We got 4. We got 4. That's it. 180. 133.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First target, first catch, and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's it. 180. Hey.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's rock now. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. No chance. Hey, hey. No. Me.
To throw on 2nd down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Hot. 180. Check. 42 for Mike. Check.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
We're good. We're good. Hot. 120.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Black 20. Let's go deep.
Back to throw. Goff. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Obama.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kerwin Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Sanders now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
That's it. 780. Come on, baby. See what you got. Whip. Watch the whip.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton trying to lay one up deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. Black 80. White 33. Check.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey. I got you.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the rookie from Tennessee, John Kelly. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Run. Yeah, baby. Woo!
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long. It's gone. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
On first down, it's Newton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Hey, eight. You got four down.
To throw on second down. Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
180. Great. 20.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
We got 4. Done. 180. Done.
Play action. It's gone. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They come out here in the eye.
Listen.
They'll run it with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Go, son! Like 20!
Williams will try again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye.
Like 20!
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Newton on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Right there to 3. We're going to set 180.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey. You're going to sit. 180.
To throw again. Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Williams. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, this is Kelly. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
180!
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maverick! 55! Right there in the middle. Maverick! I got it. Merlin! DC!
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. John Kelly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee And they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
76. 76. Hey. What? 180. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
They'll go again with Kelly. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Kelly. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is Kellen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, it's Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, that's Keller, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. On 1st and 10, Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Hey!
From the 50, Newton. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Newton throwing again. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards there and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Newton. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Kelly. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Black 20.
Again, it's Kelly. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Black 20.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
White 20.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Coming.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.